There we go. Test, test. Cuties everywhere. Hi, everyone.
Tactical nuke incoming!
There it is. There it is. Well, I'm gonna need a big drink after all that. My God. Did you see that, Firefly? It was like, it was like a water spout, an explosion straight to my face. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. Now, let me get the music down just a bit. Thank you so much for the boop snap. Hi, everyone. And welcome to Hyperfixation Station, right here on Vixie's Workshop, our queer-friendly creative hotspot here on Twitch. I am your host, Vixie, the Caracol Skunk, or you can call me a Skitty if you're feeling cute. And I am here with my guest, Firefly the Spirit. Do you want to introduce yourself real quick?
You're cute.
I certainly can. It has been ages since the last time I've actually been on one of your streams in the first place.
Yeah, I honestly think the last time that you were here was not last Halloween, but the Halloween before, showing me SCP Lab Rat.
Yeah, which was more of just like hey, let's play
cute.
something together, because we don't really get much chances to actually hang out, which is still
It's true.
which is a crime at this point.
It is really a crime because, like, I'll tell you, like, Firefly doesn't have any content creation, but I will vouch that Firefly is one of the most talented writers I have ever met. And that
You give me way too much credit, Rockstar.
And that includes professional writers. Shut up. Let me praise you. None of my friends take praise, but when you're here, you're stuck. So take your praise. Damn it.
Very well. Fine. I
Anyway.
shall.
But yeah, Firefly is a very creative person who does a lot of writing and a lot of world creation as well, and has a really big passion for character-driven stories. So it's no surprise to me that he got really interested in the game we're going to talk about today, Ori and the Blind Forest.
Which, fun fact, it turned out to just be a coin flip between this and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explosive
Another,
Sky. But
another character-focused game, of course.
Which is another character-focused game, yes. It did turn out to just be a coin flip in the end of the day.
Anyway, let me go ahead and say hi to chat real quick, and we can get into my history of Ori and the Blind Forest, because unlike Firearms last week with Taya, I have a little bit more experience. Who's that? My boyfriend! My boyfriend! I thought you were supposed to love me! I love you too, Zap.
You're cute.
He's the only one who can torture me like that. And then I have my sister Noelle is in chat. Everyone say hi to Noelle. And then we got Wildberry, we got Sappy, good to see you too. And we got the cutie Aiden as well. And we got Wrath of Darkness, good to see you as well. You guys are amazing. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, I noticed. Noelle came in. That's Noelle in LA, by the way. That's my sister. So yeah, go and give her a hi, a hug, a head pat, because she's a fucking cutie. Ah, but you guys call me cute all the time. So I get to meet that back on all of you. That's the deal. You're in chat, you're gonna get called cute. Deal with it. Anyway.
It's like the consent form.
Exactly. Alright, that being said, those of you who've been following the channel for a while, oh, thank you so much for the boops! No, well, those of you who've been following the channel for a while will know that Ori and the Blind Forest is not something I'm unfamiliar with. If you were following this channel way back in 2020, this is like, oh god, it's like March of 20. It's like actually 6 years ago. I actually sat down and I streamed all of Ori and the Blind Forest in one sitting for a stream. I was way more ambitious than anything I should have done. I spent 10 hours marathoning this game on stream, but it's very well deserved because I actually had the pleasure to actually see like the launch trailer and get hyped for the game just based on the launch trailer, which now that I think about it, it might be a good way to introduce people to this game. Give me a second. We can actually bring that up. Yo, Bite! Welcome! Okay. Up. Okay, yeah, the launch trailer right here. So, we'll see. Firefly, did you see like the announcements or anything?
For the game?
How did you first learn about this game?
Well, that's the biggest question I'm starting to sit down and have. Because I actually do not remember. I think I found it when I was just I think I actually first played this on the Switch, which is a really funky thing for me to say. That I started this on the Switch, and
Yeah, this used to be like an Xbox One exclusive, I think.
I think you're thinking about Will of the Wisps. Will of the Wisps was originally, I think, going to be an Xbox exclusive.
Well, I know Microsoft really promoted this game. And I know this
Oh yeah,
because
they did.
like the trailer came out while I was doing an internship with Microsoft. Yes. Skitty lore. I did an internship with Microsoft. And I will never go back again. But yeah,
A smart choice.
while I was there, this launch trailer dropped, and that's how I was introduced to it. And
It's actually,
instantly,
I think I actually just realized. I think the launch trailer is also I think they also put it in the wow, I'm drawing a blank. It's in the game too.
oh, is it? No, I forget. It's
Yeah, I
been,
think.
like I said, it's been 6 years.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, Zap has my Xbox, the one that I had this installed on originally.
For some reason, I thought it said, "Vixie, give me the Wi-Fi password."
Hi, Kaya. Welcome. We're watching the trailer for Ori. Taya Fluff, you are a cutie ass husky. She is a cutie ass husky. God, that brings back so many memories. Because I remember, like, I saw this, I'm like, okay, this is a Metroidvania game. And I'd really enjoyed Metroidvanias in the past. Like, I played both Metroid and Castlevania and other similar titles. And so I really was a fan of this gameplay already. But this really stood out as a game that had such rich visuals and like such depth to the visuals, right? Most games that do like a metroidvania motif tend to do like a really flat background to them. They really focus more on the gameplay than they do the aesthetic, but not here. They went out of their way to really like put such painstaking detail into a game, and on top of that, the haunting soundtrack over the entire trailer. I was mesmerized right away, and I basically pre-ordered it right there to play by myself.
Yeah, I don't blame you. And to add to its visuals, they have multiple layers to express just how big the world is, and the little details of showing you where you are in the world, like when you first awaken in the game. Um, one of the first objective, I think, literally in the game is to get to the spirit tree,
You
and
know, why don't we start up the game then? If we're just going to start about talking about the opening.
true, I guess I did just get into that on accident, but it was more to explain like the depth and the layer focused of the world, to show that because it shows where you are in the world by how, no, that's not what I'm trying to say. It shows how big the world actually is by, you could just sit somewhere and look really far back and you could see pretty far in the distance.
Yeah, even on the menu right here. Here, let me actually stream it for you on Discord so you don't get any stream delay.
Ah, gotcha. But yeah, like even with just that alone.
Yeah, you haven't missed much, Taya. We're just barely getting into this. Uh, hello? Oh, okay. For a second I was stuttering. How's resources going? And crash the system.
Hopefully not.
Good. Okay. We're good. No drop frames. I think we're good. Okay.
Yeah, like just from this view alone, like you could see the key landmarks that you wouldn't know about upon first learning the game, but
no,
you can see
but
the key
what it
landmarks
does is it establishes an environment, a world, and for people like me, it ends up really playing into my like desire to explore. You know, what is this world? I want to know more. Okay, I can tell my model is struggling a little bit. I don't know how optimized this game is, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my PNG tuber just to be kinder to my computer and the resources.
sounds like an idea. Yeah.
Yeah, give me a sec.
Take your time.
La di da di da. Either who I choose you.
I guess when I think about it, it is kind of a, no, I don't think it's that thematic of a game, is it? Then again, I want to know.
Anyway, girl,
Yo,
you have a
Crash,
good time
welcome on
tonight.
in,
Get
everyone.
some sweets, get some eats, drink it, tear it, fuck it up. Woo!
How you guys doing? Hi, my name is Vixie. And welcome to Hyperfixation Station, right here on the Vixie's Workshop. Our queer-friendly creative hotspot right here on Twitch. I am Vixie, your host, the Caracal Skunk, or you can call me a Skitty if you're feeling cute. And I am here with my guest, Firefly the Spirit.
Yep, that would be me. Unless you see someone else on screen.
How you guys doing? I hope you enjoyed MX vs ATV. That is such an underrated title for racing games. But yeah, thanks for sharing your community with me. If you need to raid and run, get something to eat, go ahead. Thank you so much for sharing your community with me. Stream freeze. What?
Maybe the game is not very happy with us. It could be actually the Discord stream. It's okay. I can play with stream lag. Or we can handle stream lag. I don't mind.
Okay. All right. Is that any better, anyone? Yeah, it's weird because it's not actually saying it's dropping any frames.
I'd laugh if we crashed it.
Okay. Is everyone here? Taya says I think so. It wouldn't be a Vixie stream without tech issues.
That tradition still holds true, huh?
I have to say, like, even down to like doing the mouse graphic like this, like it being a little spirit of itself. That's so cute. Yeah, I just want to make sure that everyone can actually still see the stream. Otherwise, we'll have to improvise. Improvise we can't.
Yeah, do what you need to keep it going. I can work with whatever we're given.
Oh, hey, Crash! Or I just install the original version. This may be a bit more optimized. I don't know.
Personally, I personally like the definitive because
Nice
just,
to meet you, bitch.
I don't know if they changed it visually, but I know
Hi,
it
no
has
one.
more.
Welcome. Yeah, I know. I'd love to do definitive edition if we could, but apparently it's literally this game that's choking the stream. So.
Is it really the game?
That'd
be a shame if it was actually the game
don't know,
doing it.
because, well, I guess you're the one who can tell me more than anyone else. Because
it's been a while since
you can actually see the stream as I'm only seeing the projection view, you know. It seems to be struggling. Motherfucker.
Well,
Type 1 in chat if you can hear me. I need responses from chat. Otherwise, I have no idea. We got Skitty Speaks. Thank you so much, Tap. Yeah, at this point, like, I'm not getting ones. If I'm not getting ones, I may have to just cancel stream for technical issues. This is so weird. But
it is quite irritating, but it would. Oh man.
Let's see. Holy God, as far as like a task manager. I mean, our resources look fine.
I wonder. It makes me curious what Bork did.
It really does.
Because at this point, it shouldn't be having issues.
Yeah, I've turned off everything.
Do you think maybe well, I wouldn't suggest restart, but
Okay, test 1, 2, 3, where it should be alive again. Crash, will you stop blaming yourself for crashing the stream? It's literally Ori. Okay, okay.
there we go.
Let's see if people can slowly make their way back.
Hopefully.
But yes, I am back. Ba 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 ba. Please say hi if you can hear me. Otherwise, my stream setup is really fucked. Okay, I just restarted. Are we live? Do we have any chatters?
Yeah, you look. Yes, you are live. It looks like you do have people starting to roll in.
I'll believe it when I see chatters.
Fair.
Apparently, Ori's Definitive Edition is really unoptimized. That's what I think happened.
Which is a shame, admittingly,
But
but
you know
oh well.
what? I actually think I might have a backup plan. Because, once again, this is Zap to the rescue. Zap gifted me a Steam Deck. And a Steam Deck is a portable game machine. So theoretically, I can stream through that.
Well, now.
You're cute.
Wait. I am very confused about where people are. Because yeah, I'm hearing Sappy says what happened. Crash says I hear music. Zap says no visuals but audio. No one's painting a clear picture about whether or not we're good.
Still have the soundtrack playing?
As I see the okay, if you're having trouble, leave and rejoin the stream, apparently, because that's what worked for Zap. While you guys are doing that, I'm gonna try and set up this. Leave and rejoin the stream, Taya. There we go.
Ah, I see what you're setting up.
There we go. Here we go.
Yeah, bitch!
Pride 10 Ori Definitive Edition is clearly so powerful the stream can't handle it. This is why you should fear Ori Vixay Giggle.
Oh yeah, technically it just has to transfer over. Sweet. Oh yeah, I have been really in love with the Steam Deck over here. But yeah, while that's loading, Firefly, do you want to talk about a little about your experience with Ori? How you found it, what really stood out to you, that sort of a thing?
Okay, I'm glad you added context because I was just about to ask, where do you want me to begin with that? So, admittingly, I don't entirely, well, like I said earlier, I don't entirely remember how I came across it. I know I came across it, pretty sure first I found it on Switch, at least if memory serves me right, which usually it doesn't. But I do recall playing it a lot on Switch before I eventually, I think I found it on PC, but I think it was actually the Will o' the Wisp I found on PC, and that's irrelevant right now.
Okay.
At least for right now, because like I told you earlier, I don't want to spoil that experience for you. And my first experience with
for everyone's
Ori
context,
was
I have played through the original, but even though I got the second game, I didn't actually finish it.
yeah, that's perfectly fine. I don't want to
Yeah,
ruin
I just wanted to
anything
let
for you.
chat know why you
Um,
weren't talking about it. That's all.
yes, I may accidentally mention a few things here and there, and if I do, I apologize.
Oh no.
But yeah, my first experiences with Ori, I really was in it for the music because I was still a huge fan of listening to music back then. I liked relaxation, calming, things like that. And when I first heard its soundtrack, it did sound really nice to me. It's something I can't say it's gentle because a lot of it was not gentle. Once you like got more into the actual gameplay of it, it gets more of its fast-paced nature. But then a lot of the calmer, mellower stuff was something I had interest in until, it grew on me. The character, the world. I obviously like the world. And it was, now that I think about it, it was also probably my first time ever playing a Metroidvania. At least I think
Oh.
so. In fact, yes, I think it actually was my first time playing a Metroidvania because the only other Metroidvania-esque game I can remember playing was an old-ish game on Steam called Ghost 1.0.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Ghost 1.0.
yeah,
I didn't think I know that one.
you likely wouldn't. It's God, when was the last time I played that game? Yeah, 2024. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And it's definitely different from that one because that Ghost 1.0 is a shooter. But I digress. Ori. Also, nice save file. Y'all already at the mountain.
Can everyone see and hear the game in chat? If not, please refresh your stream. yes. Just save the day. How many slots? Okay, I could do 10 slots. But yeah.
Yeah, you in case you really want to practice the one life mode.
Yeah, like really stuff like that. But thanks for the hydrate reminder. Yeah, obviously it's none of that's gonna work with PNG Tuber, but some combination of Emion and Ori was crashing everything, and so I'm not taking any chances.
At least there is a working backup method.
Alright, let's do the one life difficult.
Yeah, what a welcome back just to talk about the game. Doing it in one life, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start an easy file just so that we can get through as much of the game as possible.
Yeah, it's a smart way to handle it because
So always remember the night. Ori! I lost Ori to the Great Snow. So I'm assuming that's the tree that's talking.
yes.
Oh, that's absolutely what I was saying. I was seeing this graphics in the trailer. Oh, let me turn the game audio down a bit.
Yeah, the music tends to get a little bit the music tends to get a bit loud. It does want to be heard.
Zap said he was literally thinking that playing on a second PC would maybe work. So hey, solution provided. Exactly. Yeah, Steam Deck is a second computer. I'm not playing as a spirit, and I was lying to you.
Hey, not yet, not yet.
Where do I get like optimal movement? I need like strife jumping and stuff. True, true. Yeah, I have a PC that I originally got in like 2019 that's just sitting in Zap's basement that I could potentially use. When Naru embraced my light.
Honestly, a wholesome moment. Like, in all fairness.
Oh yeah, this is like a really cute intro. As a child of her own.
Mm-hmm. How they made a little home, which even in the home, like there's a lot of depth in the visuals. And I don't know many people who in your chat, if anyone knows a little bit about photography at all. But the blurriness of the visuals for the background helps quite a lot to show depth.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a foreground, a main ground, and a background to this, and you can see up close and far away. There's blurriness to the both of them, and it just shows it expresses the depth of it. And the lighting is also done very well. In my opinion, it is.
No,
I completely it's not overly
agree.
saturated.
And one of the things that like you really like don't appreciate until you really start getting into artwork is how much lighting contributes to the mood, the color, the atmosphere of the whole place, and all of that really is contributing to the feeling of this being like a cozy, adorable home, a place where you feel safe, right? And
yeah,
Naru provided Ori a refuge from the storm that would have otherwise blown him completely away into unknown territory. And now you see so many like different prop details talking about just how much of a good relationship Naru has with Ori now. So much good environmental storytelling is what I'm getting at.
Naru Naru didn't really have, to my memory, or at least to my understanding, Naru didn't really have a sense of belonging until Ori came into the picture, and then Naru was like, this looks like a child. And then the motherly instinct started kicking in for them, and they took them in. Then purpose came into their life, which in turn was a metaphorical sense of light. At least that's how I interpreted it. People have different interpretations for everything.
Granted, yeah. None of that is actually canon because you only get like the scantest details about who Naru is and her role in the story.
Yeah. There's like, I think there's at most, I think, 5 cutscenes with Naru. If we're not talking
here's
playable
one of them.
cutscenes. Yeah, if we're not talking playable cutscenes.
Yeah.
Like this is literally just a mother and child acting together.
It is so wholesome. There's absolutely nothing that I want more in this game. We're just playing with my mom. Let's build a bridge
yes.
so that we can get some more fruit.
Yep. Gotta get more food, and the food on that side of the river is used up.
Yum, 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 yum. You're gonna make me such a fat spirit, mommy. Oh, what's that?
Even with how much Ori is eating in this scene, Ori is still super skinny.
I know, right? It doesn't let me go in the other direction. I must follow the strange light.
Yep.
I hope you're having a good day too, Crash. On that fateful night. I lit the skies ablaze! Oh no,
What?
the skies are burning.
Well, I mean, it does seem to be pretty bright out.
Called out to Ori. No, watch out!
Passing of time.
But apparently in the passing of time, the forest must be dying because all these plants are dead. And that's the real crisis. Is as much
the
as Naru wants to
stories-
just keep Ori and live out the rest of their life, they can't live in a dead forest. Through the passage
you know,
of time, oh, she she broke her back. Oh no. Oh, she's good. Life withered and decayed.
Yeah, what makes this... no words are really spoken throughout this scene between the characters, but you kind of have a feeling like you know what Naru is doing in this scene. Like you understand.
Yeah, absolutely. You don't need
And
words to convey that.
Yeah, and I like that. They made her character very obvious at the beginning. And then through just visuals alone, they continue to express how powerful and meaningful of a character she is.
So Ori managed to find some of the remaining fruit. Dude, hope showed its face. Oh no, the memories. We have such a happy family, and then we break it apart with a tragedy. Oh yeah,
It gets
Crash,
you invested easily.
Oh yeah, Crash, I was saying that MX versus ATV is such an underrated game. I'm really happy you got to experience it. Thank you so much for the boops.
Yeah, Ori tried her hardest in this. Like in the beginning of it, she tried her hardest.
I didn't know if Ori had a canonical gender.
It goes back and forth. Some people say it's a male, some people say it's they have no gender. Some people say it's female. I believe it's female because a lot of the context, I mean dialogue, spoken by the voices specifically mentioned that they use the she, her pronouns for Ori. But then sometimes they kind of go back on it. So it's hard to say, but I usually just go with that either way. It's back and forth. People make guardian spirits and they like to make them however they want.
Right.
The guardian spirit community it's out there. A light in the forest, as you would. And yeah, for those of you that are affected by sensitive moments, yeah, this whole beginning intro is sensitive intentionally.
Yeah, this is like on par for like Lion King and Mufasa's death. Like the death of a parental figure of any kind you're so close to. It's hard.
Yeah, because like imagine like Ori just became born, and obviously we don't know Ori's age at this point in the game, but like Ori got born and was immediately found by Naru, who found purpose in their life thanks to Ori, rose them for we don't know how long, could have been maybe a year or so. And now Naru is not doing so well, and Ori is orphaned again. I say again because Ori technically was orphaned at air quotes birth.
But yeah, I feel like the best way to describe it is that Ori wasn't ready to leave. Ori hadn't grown to maturity yet before Naru was taken from her.
No, but for the little light that Ori is, right there, it's a strong light.
My light revived Ori, and a new age had dawned. Game?
Yeah,
What game? I was watching a tragedy.
and this scene, or like this scene right here that you're at right now, definitely shows the depth of like the visuals, like what we were talking about earlier, like how far you could see into the world. Because you could see the spirit tree
everywhere.
far.
It's not just the the opening cutscenes and stuff like that. It's literally every opportunity.
I think another reason why I liked playing Ori in the first place was I think I liked how it feel to move.
Oh yeah, they did
It
such a great job. Like, they do such a great job, like actually giving you. Such a good job
no
giving
hand
you
holding
like a
here.
good what do you call it? Like a good
Flow?
movement mechanic.
Oh.
There you go, fuck you. Should have done that in the first place. Welcome to the real world, time to learn.
Yep. They don't really handhold you.
Deep in the forest, Ori found what was lost. Orb! Oh god, I'm remembering when I heard this. The first thing I thought is this Midna from Twilight Princess? They have the exact same, like, non-speaking but spiritual type voice. This is perfect.
Okay. Yeah, that's a Legend of Zelda thing, right? Because
It's a
I didn't
Legend of
really
Zelda
play.
thing, right?
Okay, yeah, that I had a feeling because like, I didn't play Legend of Zelda, or I mean, the only ones I did play weren't really too interesting to me, excepting for maybe Wind Waker, but that's a story for another day. I think I don't want to rant about that game.
Okay. Yeah, I
But
originally
I only know.
I originally picked up learned about Link from like the Smash Brothers series. I played a lot of Smash Brothers Melee back in the day, and after playing a lot of that, then they announced that they were going to release a brand new game on the right when the GameCube was about to die, and they were going to move over to the Wii, and that they ended up calling Twilight Princess, and so that ended up being my very first full Legend of Zelda game. And in that game, Midna is basically your companion, much like Scene is to Ori. The one who guides you around the world and stuff like that. And she's so sassy and impish. And so, that's one of the reasons that she stood out as far as guiding spirit sort of a thing.
Well, if memory serves me right, because I did play, what was it called? Hyrule Warrior. This is a bit of a tangent, admittingly, but like when I did play Hyrule Warriors, because my sister wanted me to, she wanted me to play that as well because she was in a Legend of Zelda mood. She's actually more the Legend of Zelda fan in the family than me.
Okay.
She obviously played a lot of Midna. So it became very obvious, like most of the time when me and her played, if Midna was available, she would usually play Midna because Midna was actually one of the available characters to play, and that was the only exposure. That was the only exposure I had of Midna, so I can understand what you mean by like the sassy, impish nature because I saw it a lot in that.
Oh, 100%. And so like, her voice ended up being a lot similar to Scene right here. And so that's what reminded me of her when I was playing this game. When Assassin is Flynn, she loosened her grip. I can guide you on your journey, if you allow me. But can you hear that? They must have followed you!
What I like is how Scene's just like, if you would like me to come along with you, when it's kind of like, no, like I actually need you to come with me. It's not like a
This
yeah.
isn't voluntary.
That's a suggestion. This isn't a suggestion. I kind of actually need your help.
Exactly. And this is one of the cool things about like the map too, is that that's the zoomed in view. Let's see, where's the map? Yeah, it's like this. This is the zoomed in view. And then you can, oh yeah, it's like LT, there you go. Then you can zoom out, and you can see the overworld map, and it is gorgeous. I mean, as far as
Yeah,
like
and even
the creativity of the world, it's a little bit redundant in the way that you have water area, you have grass area, you have fire area, and so on and so forth. But still, they do so much, like, unique with it that doesn't feel like a tropey if you're really into, like, RPGs and all that.
yeah, and sadly, you're gonna find a trope in just about anywhere you go at this point. So try ignoring that, like the whole tropes and such. Like there's still a lot of color to the world that you can see, and you could see like where is the more luscious areas to go to, where is clearly the more dense forests, where's the wild lands, or where's the mountain ranges, things like that, or the low and highlands, if you want to put it like that. I don't know. And I guess I like that too. It felt nice.
Yeah. Like, its world is kind of threatening and beautiful all in one, is a good way for me to put it.
I mean, yeah, it's supposed to seem like a harsh environment because technically Ori is still technically like young-ish. I'm not gonna say like infant, but Ori is still like pretty young. I don't know the speed and growth of guardian spirits, but I'd like to assume it's, you know, probably average to. Well, actually, I don't know. That's a question I haven't thought about in a while, and probably not one I should get into.
But the way that Ori acts, I'm pretty sure it's safe to assume they're kind of in their young adolescent years, right? They're like completely naive to the world, but they still have a lot to learn in order to mature. So I'd say early adolescent.
Yeah. Yeah, and as they get through this, you can see that they get a lot braver the more they've experienced.
Yeah, and the more they mature. Absolutely. Alright, so we've come
Which
to
kind
one
of like
of the mechanics that you'll see in pretty much any RPG. We got a skill tree right here. And that skill tree is broken up into 3 paths. The first one is about your spirit flame, which is your main ranged offensive weapon. And then the second one is about exploration. These are things that'll help you navigate the map better and like sense secrets and stuff like that. And the last one over here, I believe this is about...
if you would like me to.
Yeah, please.
Usually how I categorized it was offenses, utility, and survival. That's how I categorized them.
That's also a good way. I can see that. Hey, Fox Hunter. Fox Hunter says, there are times when you feel like you're trapped in darkness, but don't let that stop you. If you can find the light, then you can be that light. Find the brightness inside, and let it guide you to a better place. I will caveat that, though. Don't feel like you have to put all the world on your shoulders when you're alone like that. You don't have to, like, carry your bootstraps the entire way through life. That's not a healthy way to go through it either. I'd say it's a healthy balance of both. be sure that you can be brave enough to carry your bootstraps when you need to, but always seek out companionship. Seek out companionship that will help you feel safe and feel like feel unburdened as well. That's not to like put everything on them, but to be able to get a leg up, because we all need someone. I don't think that this world needs us to go it alone like all the time. That's cruel. Anyway, Ori's dude. Ori is Stitch. That's a hot take, Zap.
Yeah, I saw that. I was oh goodness.
No. That's a different game. Get Nemesis out of here. Ooh, good luck with
Nemesis has invaded your world.
Racing. What were you saying, Firefly?
I was just saying, first I was kind of laughing about what Zap said, and then when you got jump scared, I was just like, Nemesis has invaded your game.
Exactly. Alright, just looking really briefly. I'd say, I think I want to go for offense. I'm not seeing too much. Especially if I'm gonna be like speedrunning this, at least for the first hour until we finish. So you made the top 50. Yo, nice, Karma from Sonic Rumble. No shit. That sucked. I forgot that was poison water.
Yeah, the water is not clean.
Ooh, we got healed. What's this? Spirit Wells. Oh, this is the fast travel point.
Fast travel and health station, essentially, where you can fully heal and get all your energy back.
No, I can't wall jump.
No. And that's something that I had to always constantly take note of in the game, is just places I needed to travel back to.
Yeah, and places that and also just remembering which abilities you have at the beginning versus what you have at the end, because I was playing a little bit through my end game file, and my end game file had a whole bunch of abilities which we don't have here.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to assume they want me to teleport back to the starting point over here. Let's see what teleportation options we have available. Nothing! Okay. How do we get out of here with what skills we currently have? Yep. Nope. Oh, can we make it over this? Yes! Screw you, game! I win.
That is another thing I do remember when I played the definitive edition after I got a lot of the movement tech upgrades. I attempted to see what I could get away with whatever jank, movement jank was possible. Because you can get Ori into some really funny spots with the wall climb, launch, the dash, all the other movement options that were available to Ori, you could just get Ori into some really funny spots.
Oh yeah, if you watch any speedrunner, that's a huge part of the speedrunning experience is finding and exploiting tech.
Yeah, and with speedrunners, when they get their hands on a game that emphasizes movement, you can see just how happy some people can be.
Yeah, because it can be so satisfying, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah, it can. Oh goodness, I forgot how strong early offense tree is.
What do you mean?
Oh, because usually when I play, every single time I've, oh, pardon me. Every time I've played Ori and the Blind Forest, I don't go the offense build right away. I don't know why, but every single time I play Ori and the Blind Forest, I always go with the survival path, and I've always made it like my goal to max out survival. I'm honestly not entirely sure why I do that.
Yeah, it sounds like more of like a defensive build rather than an offensive build. And I'm sure there's something you could psychoanalyze about that, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've always been a very defensive style of a person. I like being cautious, survival focused, and all that, so it makes complete sense.
But yeah,
and that's an
for me, considering the fact that this is like, I'm trying to do this fast, and the consequence of death is really low in this game, right? You can recover from death extremely quickly. And the other is like utility navigation, and I can just figure that out, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna pull a game that a lot of people love comparing this to, and it's like on the topic of navigation. I am gonna pull Hollow Knight into this, and before people get too annoyed with me for mentioning it, the navigation in Hollow Knight
people be
is
annoyed? Hey, if anyone gets annoyed about that, I am gonna fuck it up for you.
Thank you, Rockstar.
Like seriously. That is the least offensive thing
because
I can think of.
Look, the last person some people do not want me comparing the two games, and you know what? I understand, but I'm about to talk about the navigational stuff because, like, when you look at the map, you see where Ori is. You know where Ori is, at all times. And when you look at the map in Hollow Knight, you don't know where you are unless you have a compass. And to me, I didn't have a problem with that entirely, and I wouldn't have had the problem as well in. Yes, Julie, I do call Pixie Rockstar.
And it's really sweet of him. May I give you head pats?
Well, yeah.
Head pats, head pats, head pats, head pats.
Not my fault. Speaking facts.
No, mapstone fragment.
Mapstone.
I need a mapstone fragment, apparently. Anyway, continue your thought. You're talking about the way that Ori and the Blind Forest and Hollow Knight compare with their map tracking.
Yeah, because like if Ori didn't have if their if their map system didn't have the fact that it showed you where Ori was at all times, it'd be the same way as Hollow Knight, and it actually, it'd feel just about the same in comparison. The two of them feel really comfortable to look at the map, and when you're looking at Hollow Knight's map, it seems. Also, I just wanted to point out on stream there, we saw a character walking around in the foreground just to show a little bit of extra depth in the world, because there's something following and watching over Ori. But that's a side tangent. Just wanted to point that out.
Yeah, and there's just so much.
The maps.
So much to see while you're on the map.
Yeah, and not just on the map, just in the game too, because there's a foreground, ground, and background, and usually most games only when they're creating a world, there's usually just a main ground and background. And in a lot of 2D style games, that's what you're gonna see, is a main ground and background. Very rarely you'll get cases like
it does take a lot more effort to create the foreground.
Yeah, and to the credit of whoever's designing the games, making a nice looking foreground can be really tricky. Because it needs to not be too obvious to see, like too distracting and such, but it needs to be there so that if you're just sitting there looking at the visuals, you can see, okay, close to my vision here, there's like foliage. So there's like a bit of dense foliage to the metaphorical left or right of Ori. Depending on where Ori is looking, that is.
Right. Okay. I'm blocked on offense because I need Charge Flame and Spark Flame, which I currently do not have. So we're going to do Rekindle, which allows us to reuse our Soul Links. Alright, sorry, continue.
I think I was actually finished with that tangent, but like where you are with where you were currently, you could see like vines in the foreground as you're passing by. You could see some mushrooms, you could see rocks and stones and things as they are like just gently sliding by the close part of your screen.
Alright, okay. Chat, so this tree, this is your typical, like, ability tree. Think with, like, Metroid, when you get, like, your charge beam and stuff like that restored. This is going to restore an ability of Ori's. To, again, allow further progression in the game. And this is the wall jump ability, which is exactly what I was hoping to get, because I was needing it. Game saved.
You need a lot of stuff in this game, admittedly.
Huh?
I was just saying, like, you admittedly need a lot of abilities in this game.
Sure, but one thing
because
at
there's
a time,
just
right?
so much. Yeah, one thing at a time, of course.
But yeah, I definitely credit
the
the idea of making like required abilities to allow for the game not feeling linear, you know?
Yeah.
Like,
and
for me, like, as someone who really enjoys exploration games, the addition of new abilities in old areas really helps me to feel a sense of, like, growth, I guess is a good way to put it. Because the first time I come to this area, I feel like I'm so limited and everything in this area is working against me. But as I gain more abilities and gain confidence in traversing the world, it really helps to make the world feel not as, like, big and intimidating, you know?
Yeah, and one thing I can give it credit for as well is the exact moment you need something, you're just about to get that something you need. And thankfully they kept up that in Will of the Wisps as well, where it's like where you actually need a type of ability, you're just about to get it. And I think it's kind of turned like into this game's thing, where when you need it, you'll get it. But the Will of the Wisps also kind of have...
That is also a trademark of Metroidvania, to be fair. You'll get that in Castlevania, you'll get that in Metroid. And so...
I guess so. I remember, or I didn't really play that many Metroidvanias. And the other Metroidvania I did play I guess aside from Hollow Knight, I did give that one a try. But was Ghost 1.0, and that was a shooter where you needed different weaponry to survive rooms, and that one didn't really have an ability system like Ori and Hollow Knight did.
Sorry, my
No.
my little gremlin sign. It's like, look at Ori's little crouch dance.
You had to goof off I get it.
Okay, I need to find the map fragment first, wherever that was. That's right, it's down here.
Yeah, usually if you can remember how a map or where items were on the map, you can just use the map to guide yourself, and that is a nice little thing as well if you can keep memory of where points of interest were on the map.
Oh yeah, and having a sprawling map in order to like navigate and like remember points of interest, that's also a huge hallmark of Metroidvanias. And this almost like makes me want to try and go through other Metroidvanias and try and pick out one or two that you might actually be interested in. If I can get you off of VR chat for long enough.
There it is. I was wondering when that was gonna come up. Look, you're not the only one who begs me.
For context, chat, VR chat is by far Firefly's most played game these days. Which I mean,
Yeah.
it's totally fair.
Yeah, some of my friends still would prefer me to just get off it entirely, but it's just I've always wanted a game similar to that where I could just feel like I'm in a simulation, and I guess it's a little bit too entertaining for me.
I guess my only 2 cents is just like, don't get so far removed from reality that you harm your real relationships. You know? Because you have people
Don't worry,
who really care about you outside of VR chat.
Oh, I know, I do. I am getting better at that slowly, but that's a whole new story.
Yeah, and we don't need to
I
get
guess
into
the other
that
problem
because
is
I
I don't
know
really
that
have-
you've had, like, let's just say a troubled past with relationships. We won't go into that. But
Much obliged.
having to get used to having friends and family who care about you, I think that's not a bad thing. Not a bad problem to have. Not a bad
It's not even a problem. It's like it's a blessing.
Yeah, it is a blessing. I agree with that. Oh,
I can't tell
yeah,
you
I can't just drop down there. Yeah, okay, there you go. Okay. Nah, shit! Oh, ow, okay. I'm gonna save you. Yeah, bitch. I wasn't expecting this. Both sides of. Okay, that was entirely my fault. Okay, there we go. Good. I'm good. Hi, Conan. Hi, Tree.
Just realized you will be kind of thankful that you found the tree, because you weren't doing too well on health.
No, I wasn't. I was 1 hit point away from completely busted.
Yeah.
Come now and
Gosh,
hear
now I'm
our
getting flashbacks.
story. It was the night of the light ceremony. It was our light that she hated. She? Who is she? I called out to Ori, but my child never came. A bird of darkness.
Yeah, and this was another character they made very well. Was Kuro.
Oh, and so the whole reason why the forest is dying is Kuro stole the core of the spirit tree.
That's not just the core. That's scene.
Oh, that was scene. Okay, Kuro stole scene, and it was the end of our days.
Yep.
Kuro killed my mother! You receive the spirit tree's light. He put our fate in your hands. Listen carefully now, for you must understand. The spirit tree is sustained by the 3 elements of light. In turn, they brought balance and kept Nibble safe. You must go to the water area. You must go to the wind area. And you must go to the fire area and collect the thing. And once you do, then you will win Ori in the Blind Forest. First, we will find beyond the spider coves atop the tree where the waters once flowed.
Yes, let's go. Let's send people right into spider nests first.
Yeah, I hear people really love those.
Yeah, I think my friends would be more than glad to join Ori on that quest. That is obvious sarcasm.
It's Hollow Grove, Hollow Knight.
Maybe you might meet the knight there. Who knows?
But yeah, it's funny that you mentioned Hollow Knight. Did I ever tell you about my history with Hollow Knight?
No, I don't believe so.
God damn, you fucking bitch. So, Hollow Knight was actually one that I didn't get into right away. What actually got me into it was this community. I want to say it was like, had to be like 5 years ago. I was still doing game suggestions, right? And that's how I decided what I was streaming. Just whichever games my chat was really interested in seeing, I would play. So yeah, like fair enough. And that obviously led to things like Roblox and Minecraft. Not necessarily the things I was really into. But then came Hollow Knight. And Hollow Knight, for whatever reason, it clicked with me in a way that I hadn't expected it to click. And I think it's mainly because it was a Metroid game. I think I am stuck here, maybe?
No, you're on a puzzle right now. You're at a puzzle. And you haven't figured out.
That makes sense. Because it seems like I need to like lower this thing over here.
No. I can tell you now. You need.
Oh, I need to like
keep
drop
killing
something.
what you need. No, you keep killing what you need for the
that
puzzle.
That explains why he won't die.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell you the solution if you want me to just make this quicker.
I'm gonna guess he has to jump on this.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. That looks like... Oh, you're still alive down there! Fuck you! I was gonna say, that looks like it hurt.
Yeah, a lot of I can tell you this, a lot of the time, and that's something I do like about the Ori games. A lot of the times, it's smarter to not kill the enemies and to actually use them to progress with wherever you are.
That is fair. Fair, reasonable. I get it.
They have tools as well that can help Ori progress.
Let's see. Oh boy, anytime you go down, you're gonna progress somewhere. Ooh, ability. Okay, still no charge flame. Okay. So we'll do regroup, which gives us a life cell anytime we save. Cool. How many charge flame for that? Okay, fine.
Yeah, it's pretty much like, hey, you should not progress further until you've gotten this next skill. Or you can't upgrade further. You can still get ability points.
Violence build.
Of course you would.
Who wouldn't? Okay. I'm the only reason I was playing support mage was because my ass was really fragile.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that you wanted to just support the violence by adding to the violence with violence.
No, in our RPG, like, you gave me, like, I rolled into, like, a really fragile body, and so I'm like, well, I guess I'm not...
you're talking about that. Yes, yeah.
And so I ended up doing, like, a support mage build, which was really fun, especially because, like, I ended up having, like, a very wizardly character. And
you did.
Very combat-heavy character to support, but still. Like, with my nature, I definitely have a very, like... I'd say, like... It's a balance between, like, gremlin and offense, like, the whole bratty nature. And so, that means that a lot of my characters will tend to be, like, the violent dumbass, or it's gonna be the, like, the trickster rogue.
I get what you mean. Anyways, you just got that ability that you were locked behind.
Press and hold. Charge flame. Press and hold.
Yeah, you have to hold it. Oh wait, you don't have any energy.
Yeah, because I saved. How can I get it back? Oh, there we go. Yeah, actually. Get it back to me. Thank goodness. Cool. Yeah. Boom!
Explosives.
Yeah. Am I a bad demo man? If I was a bad demo man, I wouldn't be standing here now, would I?
Vixie, a brat, never would have thought. Yeah.
Yeah, generally I don't get bratish here, because y'all are too sweet. There's no need for me to be bratty here.
That is correct.
I think, like, the biggest part of my bratish nature comes out when people do, like, the throw plush and everything.
Well, don't give him ammunition.
Well, they already do it anyway. And really a big part of that is just, like, a bit to be funny. Like, I wouldn't give them a plush to throw if I actually didn't like it. That'd be dumb.
Fair. Do you have a plethora of plush types?
Yep. Okay. Well, take care of you. No! Stop it. Stop! Stop! Okay. That looks like it's a bit too far away to make, so I'm gonna move on. Cool.
Yeah, gotta come back with another
Jesus.
ability.
That's a lot of damage.
Yep.
Bam. Save and continue.
Yeah, seeing you play this game, it's very nostalgic.
Right?
I can't remember how many times I have played through this game, but it's still a really enjoyable game just to at least watch. And some of the cutscenes too, along with the music, really did help the job a lot. Also, yes, the spider den, so of course there's going to be spider-like creatures.
Yeah, I've never been really arachnophobic though, thankfully.
Neither have I. I just kind of find it like another enemy type in a game.
Exactly, but I know a lot of people, it like really creeps them out. Having a spider around.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, most certainly, and I don't judge those people who do. I honestly sometimes worry for
absolutely.
them.
I mean, for me, it's not spiders, it's like bees and wasps, which I really can't stand. And that's mainly just because as a kid, spiders never hurt me. But I was like stung by a wasp like twice as a kid. Oh, come on. Trying to do that gently. But look where that got me.
Are you sure that's where you're supposed to go, though?
If you ask it like that, you may as well
Because
be saying,
you
Vixie, you're going the wrong way. Silly Billy.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely didn't know that if I could get up here because it was all covered in spidery, gooish stuff.
It's still technically a wall. It's worth checking.
Okay, I need some energy here. Which I do not have. There we go. There's some energy. Boom! Okay, so you don't grow back nearly as fast. Because I also can open this up, but I didn't.
No, I don't have enough energy to do that. Well, you can always come back.
Yep, unfortunately I can't come back the same way because I destroyed my leaping stone. Cool. And what's in here? Orb!
You seem so... You sounded so excited. Though, I do not blame you. More max energy is good.
I know it's also a meme. It's a meme, particularly at a speedrunning event that I like to follow called Games Done Quick.
Oh yes, I'm familiar with them. I've heard about them a few times here and there.
And Orb is a meme with them.
Okay. Shows how much I'm blissfully unaware.
Well, you see, it's the type of, like, marathon live stream I'll just have on in the background while I'm working, because I'm just working at my desk.
Kind of like background noise. You're not really watching it.
Yeah, a few of the speedruns I'll actually, like, watch, but the rest of them, it's like, it's a 5-hour run of Legend of Zelda. I'm more than happy to just sit there and listen, you know?
Yeah. I think the last time I actually, like, watched a speed run, it wasn't like an official speed run, like Games Done Quick or anything. It was like one of those, like, side project speed runs someone did. And it was of Sonic Adventure.
Oh, that's really cool.
And
yeah, I don't
they decided.
I only think like speedruns are official when they like time themselves for like a leaderboard submission.
Yeah, and this one wasn't really doing any sort of like official competitional stuff because they were doing a task. So they were seeing just how much fun they can have with it.
For those who are uninitiated.
Ah, yeah, I probably should have mentioned that.
Yeah, but most speedruns are done literally with just, you know, you and your controller.
Yeah. Like, I don't think... I do not know if I've ever watched a speedrun of The Legend of Zelda. Not Legend of Zelda. Wow, that's funny because we were talking about it earlier. Of Ori. I don't think I've actually ever seen a speedrun of either Ori game. Yeah.
This
as shocking as that may be.
Right now, because I want to actually, like... I want to see if there's, like, what the time is. For those who don't know, there's a site called speedrun.com where it actually, like, that's where the leaderboards are. Oh, Wrath of Darkness! Thanks for redeeming a Gaida raid. Looks like we're going to be raiding Coop Raccoon.
You're
We
cute.
still have another 15 minutes in the stream, but I will remember that. Hey, Jason! What's up? Okay, what's your guess for how long this Huh?
I hate to tell you, Pixie, I just saw it.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, wait, no, that's all skills. Hold on. So, any percent.
Oh my god!
Yeah, any How do you beat this in 10 minutes? Any percent? What?
Okay.
And unrestricted is 5 minutes. Okay, you know what? I should not have looked at this.
Unrestricted.
It's
There we go.
Yeah, you'll see it. It's on the drop bar.
Yeah, I'm curious.
I don't know if I really should have looked at that. I cherish Ori and the Blind Forest. I don't know if I really needed to say it's speedran because it's a gemstone of a game. You.
Okay, we don't have to watch it. It is just genuinely interesting to see what some people are able to do when they just like literally put themselves at the game for like.
Well, yeah, and I get that. Because sometimes it's nice to see what kind of tech people can do. But there's certain games like I will admit, Ori and the Blind Forest, I see more as like a work of art that should be enjoyed. So I don't know. Maybe it's just like maybe it's just one of those like distasteful things in my mouth where it's like this looks and feels too good. I don't know. I mean, it's weird because I feel the same way about Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2, and yet I've watched speedruns of those, and I feel okay about that. I don't know.
Yeah, and obviously I respect that there's like skill behind task runs, but like the fact that as far as like human skill goes, technically that's removed from it. It is kind of a shame.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because that task was like the task came to be because speedrunners were like, okay, well, what's the hypothetical perfect run? Because people were always curious, like, what would the hypothetical perfect run be? And the hypothetical perfect run is not doable by man. It's just not something that
RTA
man
viable,
can do.
like not real-time viable.
Yeah. So a task does help that be more possible, but it's still one of those aspects where it's like it's the perfect run in a lot of games. It's not something you should see happening.
Exactly. But it is
Like,
still
someone
like
can't-
fascinating to see like using all of those tools, seeing like all the new techniques people learn to do real time after seeing it's theoretically possible, you know?
Yeah, and I can't tell when I finished, or actually, yeah, when I finished Ori and the Blind Forest for the first time, I recall spending a lot of hours on my Switch, just roaming around the world with all the abilities, and I was like sprinting through a lot of the world, dashing, leaping, launching, bashing, which is bashing being one of the skills, by the way.
Yeah.
Which is the launching yourself off of a entity. I remember if I wanted to go somewhere, I would just run there, and I would just be swiftly flowing through the place. And yeah, while I'd be going really fast, my objective was just to get to a cozy spot and just chill there.
Yeah,
Because I
it
spent a
wasn't
lot of time
about
just-
like, I'm so excited to be done playing this game.
Yeah, I literally went into the final area just to be able to unlock the final ending, and then I just turned around and left.
And that's the beautiful thing I find about games, is that, like with a TV show or like movies or a YouTube video, you watch it from the beginning to the end, there's pretty much no variation, but with a game, it gives you the control and the freedom to be able to experience it how you want.
Yes, especially with the explorational games where where you can take it at your own pace and just explore the world, and admittingly, that is one of the reasons why I liked Mystery Dungeon so much.
No.
Oh, a really unpleasant friend there you found.
Apparently. Yo, can you jump over here and maybe break this thing? Because I can't do anything about it.
Sadly, you do not have the tools to do that.
Back we go. Extra
Yeah,
life
but
Okay, well, we've got about 10 more minutes left in the stream. Any last things you want to make sure we cover before we end?
In fact, yes, because earlier I recall mentioning to you, I think you would find it very interesting how the sound design is in this game.
Okay.
And I don't know if you saw the video on it.
No, I didn't watch it. Hang on.
Oh, okay. If you have it unlocked, it'll be on the main menu, so you'll have to, admittingly, pause your run. I think it's only like a couple minutes long. I actually don't know how long it is, but it's in theater. When you go into theater, promotional video, no, behind the scenes, sorry. Behind the scenes, and it's making of...
Making the sound
It's
effect.
making of the sound, yeah.
Alright, let's hear it. And
For someone
I
who
love
likes
behind
music
the
like...
scenes, because I work in industries like this.
Yeah, for someone who likes music like you will find this very appealing. And for those of you watching, you will also find this very shocking.
I have such respect for Foley artists. Because that's what this guy is doing. He's making sound effects using what tools are available.
Yeah. It's not done by a computer. It's done literally by hand with a box of just stuff.
Oh, just a guy in front of his mic.
Yeah. He's making he makes it all not from a computer, and it's like this was the first time I ever saw sound effects done not by a computer. And I found this very like respectable.
Oh yeah, this is the time-honored technique to do it, like way before digital, right?
Yeah.
Right? Because like, even if you can't create the fantasy item in real life, there are things about that fantasy item that are grounded in reality, so that we understand what it is. And so the Foley artist can take that, and you saw like, if we want to like play it again, you saw how he was actually got together a collection of unique elements, which you might find in an Ori environment. You see, he's got rocks, he's got wood.
Well, yeah, because a lot of the times, like Ori is walking on like a gravelish path, or walking on a tipped over log, or landing on like mushrooms, or just walking just casually through the woods. There's like a woodland sound effect to that, and they're impersonating that with that like box of just pebbles, rocks, logs. And I think during one of the part in like the beginning part, he's like holding something in his hands when he's brushing his hand along the rock. And I think that's to enhance the sound a little bit so that it's actually audible. Obviously some voice acting was done because, you know, he's using his voice to...
Well, not only that, but you saw for a bit he wasn't doing voice acting. He was using the wind from his breath in order to mimic wind. And gust-like effects.
Yeah, I did see it right. He was holding a leaf in his hand.
Yeah, and that gives a lot of good foliage noise.
Yeah, it's... When I first saw this, I actually do remember the memory I have of one of my first times seeing when I first saw this. I was so interested by it, I actually showed my mom about it because she actually liked the music that was playing from this game. She came to my room one time, or I think it was actually in the I don't remember. And I just had the Switch connected to the TV, just laying on the couch listening to the main menu music. And I think it was there for like 20 minutes before she checked up on me because she didn't hear anything going on. And then we just started talking about music for the next like 10 minutes or so, and then I showed her that video.
That's so wholesome.
You know that. Yeah, it's not every day you get to actually do that with your family.
And with your friends either. Like, that's the whole reason why I started doing this Firefly, this hyperfixation station. It's because, like, otherwise, we wouldn't have had a chance to talk about this, or Ori at all.
No, and I know I didn't really talk that much about Ori in all fairness, but the viewers got to see a little bit of the game. They got to see, or at least hear a little bit about why this has a lot of significance and potential when I first saw it. And when I saw that Will the Wisp was going to be a thing, I obviously wanted to get it because it showed the same amount of promise that this did. Of course, you know, Will o' the Wisp was more focused on combat than it was on this game being more of just an evasion style game.
Oh, thanks for that pet, Julie. God.
And admittedly, Will o' the Wisps.
Pet packs for you too.
Thank you, Julie.
That was for you too.
And thankfully, you remember how we were discussing earlier how Blind Forest has a lot of like capabilities on if you need to do something, you have the tools to make it happen. But usually it's just like one tool for the job. But in Will o' the Wisps, admittingly, like I can tell you this, and this isn't spoiling anything for you at least. In Will o' the Wisps, it's the same thing, but instead you actually can be very flexible with what you can do because there's usually more than one tool for the job in Will o' the Wisps. So you can get a lot more creative, and
I do really
it's
enjoy
a
that
great.
creativity.
I do, because if you have multiple options to solve one problem, you don't feel locked into doing that one solution. You can actually just...
Right. What do you feel like is the developer intended solution, or whatever?
Yeah, if you can be flexible with solving a problem, then you're allowing more player freedom and more character to the character you're... I know that's gonna sound weird, but you can actually give the character that you're being more character.
Totally. I totally see what you're saying with that. Well, anyway.
Yeah, we're
I
have taken up too much of your time.
Like you were saying, there's only so much that you can talk about for Ori in 2 hours. And that's really the point, though. It's enough for everyone who's in chat, and for me, to learn a little bit about this game, and potentially, like, get interested in learning more on our own time. Unfortunately, this game is really accessible nowadays. So, you can get it on Steam, you can get it on Xbox, you can get it on Switch. I'm pretty sure there's a PlayStation port, there has to be, with that kind of track record.
It would not surprise me if there was, but I don't know. I don't have a PlayStation, so any PlayStation users would have to confirm that one for us.
Oh, in fact, let me just go to like the wiki page for Ori.
Okay.
Should be really easy, yeah. Oh no, apparently there isn't. It's only available on Steam, Xbox One, and Nintendo Switch. But most people I know have at least one of those. So if you're interested at all in Ori and the Blind Forest, go ahead and check that out on Steam or on Switch. And if you liked the conversation that Firefly was having about Ori and the Blind Forest, and you'd like to learn more, we do have our Hyperfixation Station chat in our Discord server. Now, Firefly, is there a place that people can get in touch with you if they want to ask you more questions about Ori and the Blind Forest, or would you rather not contact?
If they're in your server, admittingly, the best way to get my attention is just to @me. Like, I hate to be honest with you. The best way to get my attention is just to @me because, I mean, you could send me you could send me a DM, but usually if it's part of the hyperfixation stuff, probably just leave it in the context of where it is and just @me, because I'm sure if you have something you want to say about me and Ori
in the Hyperfixation Station chat, so anyone who wants to get in touch with you can do so there.
Okay. And just keep in mind,
go ahead.
Ori won the coin flip. This was still a coin flip.
Yeah, and we may have you back to talk about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon or something. But
hey,
yeah,
if
I
you
have
do that,
a lot of other friends
just give me
who
a
I'd
time.
like to talk to about their own hyperfixation, so...
Of course, just give me a time and date and I'll be there.
Well, thank you so much, Firefly, for being my guest today.
Happy to be here.
And if you liked what we were talking about, everyone, please drop a follow. And if you're already following,
You're cute.
and you have someone who you think would be interested, please share it. I'm more than happy to make a few new queer creative friends. As I said earlier, we actually got Deadly Wrath of Darkness, who redeemed a Guide the Raid into a streamer called Coop Raccoon. Or Co-op Raccoon. the Digimon enthusiast, pyrotechnic raccoon, breaker of games, and general cool dude, he, him pronouns. And true to form of a Digimon enjoyer, they're playing Persona 4 right now. So, I'm gonna send you all over to them. Let me set that up that rate if I can type! Ah!
It's always when you need to do it.
Oh, it's pronounced Cooper. Okay. There you go. There you go. Cool, cool. Well, once again, thank you so much, Firefly, for being our guest. Thank you to Nova Jewel for the follow, to No One for the follow. Thank you to Crash Zone for the rate of 9 viewers. That was really high. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for all the biddies, Taya. Thank you so much to my mods, Taya and Conan. And a big shout out to my boyfriend Zap and my sister Noelle. You guys make me happy every single day. Our next stream is going to be on Tuesday, and we are going to be having a special holiday week. Look forward to the announcement, because we have Valentine's Day, and I have a very silly way of celebrating Valentine's Day. It's very mean.
Don't you mean Happy Single Awareness Day?
Yeah,
I'm sorry, I had to.
of course. But yeah, we'll see you all later. Bye, everyone.